The Latina spotted her husband at the far end of the pool. He was swimming to the rhythm of the music. She watched him complete a series of water rolls. She saw the broad expanse of his chest. Her eyes lit on glimpses of a six-pack. She sucked in her breath. She wanted him desperately. She danced her way to the edge of the pool. She leaned her body forward and shook her breasts. They bounced above his eyes. Jorge halted his rolls and simply allowed himself to float on the surface of the water and take in the sight of his naked wife. Ileana kicked off her shoes and dove into the deep side of the pool. Her arms sliced through the water until she came face to face with her husband. Their lips met. She forced his mouth apart with her tongue. Splashes of chlorinated water rinsed their faces. The tiny droplets magnified their giddy expressions. Just as Jorge was about to embrace her body and contain her, Ileana dropped below the waterline and swam away from him. "You want this? Come and take it," she said laughingly. His gray eyes lit up at the challenge. He loved chasing his wife around the pool. He loved the way she submitted to his touches, his kisses. He spoke with a slight Mexican accent. "I will chase you, but you are going to pay for everything. Every stroke of these hands, every thrust of this tongue. You are really going to pay if you play games with me." "Absolutamente, mi diablolito. You can only enjoy what you work for," she said, swimming even faster and further. Jorge threw his dark blonde hair from his eyes and manipulated his arms, shoulders, and upper torso through the water. His large mouth and white teeth were captivating. His bare chest exuded magnificent power. He caught her in no time, but just as quickly as he caught her, he lost her. Ileana was an excellent swimmer. The next time he had her within his grasp, Jorge played with her breasts, thighs, legs. He searched every part of her, but again she left him when his efforts became too focused and he became too obsessed with her body. "Work harder, mi amigo. Oh, baby. Or maybe you just don't want me anymore," she teased. Jorge swore aloud in a playful manner as he dove after her. Ileana disappeared below the waterline and circled behind him. Her long, lean body whirled around him at a dizzying speed. But the moment she attempted to leave his side, Jorge locked his arms around her waist. "Enough, woman. I want you now, here." She wiggled from his grasp and turned to face him. She leaned forward in the water and stuck out her tongue. She trailed his chest and she moved deliberately, slowly. She slid her mouth lower and lower. Then she darted away from him and toward the side of the pool. He followed. Ileana hoisted herself up and out of the water. She reached for the nearby towel as she waited for her husband to reach the metal ladder which descended into the pool. She watched with admiration as he pulled his body out of the water. His movements were effortless. He maneuvered himself from the water and into a sitting position by the edge of the pool. With adept hands, Jorge removed the floating devices from his thin legs and lifted himself into a nearby wheelchair. Ileana waited with barely contained passion for him to reach her. She needed to make love to him. She needed him to satisfy that fire within her that was threatening to burn through her core. Jorge was the only man who could make her feel that way.